What's going on today, Internet? Selfish here with Retrospect, and today we're going to take a look at the R43 Pro. This bad boy right here, which kind of looks like the RG405V, but not really. It's kind of, I don't know if it's supposed to be a clone or not, but it does still have that big old booty on the back. Whoop, whoop. So I'm guessing they got that from them, as well as the big screen. But there is a lot of misinformation out there about this device. The resellers, their website, and the box all have different information about what this device has in store for us. So I thought, this is a good opportunity for us to tear it down, take a look up underneath there, and see what it's all about. Let's take a look. Let's take a look and see what we just got. Look at that. Looks like there was a sticker over here already, and it is missing. We have here the R43 Pro. Another of these mysterious handhelds in the Shigam setup. This is the Shigam R43 Pro, and we are going to go through some things on this handset that we have not gone through before because there is a lot of inaccuracies and a lot of misinformation about this. This is a big one on AliExpress right now. It might be out of its price range, but we're going to find out. I've heard everything from a 3326 chip in here to, I don't even know. There's been a whole lot of things. It is pretty much all rock chips that I've heard. I think that there's a 3566 in here, so we're going to open this thing up, and after we open it up and take it out and take a look and see what chip is inside of it. All right, so let's open her up. I don't trust the box because I don't think any of that information is accurate. Again, I've heard different things. The listing is different than what's on the box, so... Here we have the handset. Cool. And it also looks like it comes with a USB to Type-C cable. Yep, there's the proof right there. Type-C. Alright, you know. I don't know, one time in one video somebody was like, you didn't show us the end of it. And now I just can't give it up. We have some word paper. I can't read that. Oh, that's a little better. Just warranty information for the most part. It does have hardware detailed information, and the whole detail of the hardware is about a power supply and a maximum of 128 gig chip. There's some interesting I/O on this device, so we're going to go through that first like we always do. I guess we could probably take this out of the package. I've been trying to figure out if this is supposed to be a clone of the Anbernic RG405V, and I think that it possibly could have been the idea because there's a lot of similarities here. Look at that, there's scratches in the plastic. Oh, talk about terrible build quality. Look at that. Oh, you probably can't even see that on camera, but let's see if we can get an angle that shows it. There you go. Look at that. It's all scratched up. What is that all about? These are physical scratches. So yeah, I think it's supposed to be a clone of the 405V, if I'm not mistaken. It looks like it's coming kind of out of that same shelf life of a company that's been doing a lot of similar clones on different devices. The difference being this does have a bigger screen at a 4.3 inch screen. It's a 16:9 aspect ratio, so if you're a PSP fan, this should be the way to go possibly if you're looking for a vertical handset. It does feel really good though when I was holding on to it. This actually feels better. I don't know if it feels... Yeah, it kind of does. It almost feels better than the 405. But the problem you're going to run into is it's a really goofy aspect ratio for most gaming systems that are out there this is going to support. So that's going to be kind of weird. But let's go through the I/O real quick. We'll just put that one in that one's box and fit right in there. So we'll just keep that over there. No, I love the 405V. It's one of my favorite handsets. So let's go through over the I/O real quick. And this is kind of a weird one. So on the top here, we have nothing. On the left... On the right-hand side over here, we have nothing. On the left-hand side, nothing as well. And then on the bottom here is where all of our I/O is, where we do have a micro SD hole. I wonder what size card they sent me. Looks like we have a 64 gig card in the micro SD hole. We do have a 3.5 headphone hole, which I love to see on these devices. I've talked about in the past. We have a Type-C hole, and then we do have an on-off button, which seems like a really weird thing to have on a device because none of them have this anymore. Typically, if you're going to see this on a device that's hopefully this powerful, we'll find out, is because they were having issues with getting devices shut down properly. They couldn't get the motherboard to shut down or something like that, or they took the board out of something else. Now my fingerprints are going to bug me. Didn't come with a screen cover. God, you know, they really missed the boat on that one. On the front here, we do have clicky joysticks. I kind of like this placement for the joysticks. I think this might be proper, actually. We'll find out. Really, really short travel. Like, extremely short travel. Obviously, they're short joysticks, but they have a short travel. They are switch style. But and you know what? Now I don't know if I like it because it's kind of a weird angle. But you don't often need both of them. So we'll find out. We do have our volume buttons up and down. I know it does look like start and select, but that is our volume buttons because our start and select are right below. We do have our home key and we do have our D-pad. These scratches are going to drive my OCD nuts, but I will play with this device for a while and find out what we can find out. Right here, we do have our face buttons. They do have a pretty short travel. Is this D-pad? Yeah. Okay. Well, we'll find out. I don't know, kind of shallow. They kind of feel like a children's toy. Here, if you can hear them. They bounce back pretty quick. All right, then we do have a home key right there. So let's, before we even turn it on, let's find out what processor is in this thing. Shall we? You know, you got to have these stickers all over so that somebody doesn't open this thing up because it's not already scratched up. So on a rare occasion, these stickers will defeat me, but they are not expecting somebody like me to take them off. So let's see if we can get these off without breaking the stupid seal things on them. I'm going to guess we're probably going to on this, though. These are, it's funny because when you get the more expensive devices, they have nicer quote-unquote stickers, and they're actually easier to do this with. And we'll just fold you over like this. I like that I'm doing this before I even turn the device on. But you know what? We needed some answers. We need to know what we should be able to play before we turn it on. Yeah, see, these are the ones that separate. I don't know if I can defeat this one. This one might beat me. And it's really sticky. Not like I can scratch it anymore than it's already scratched, right? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to screw this up when I go to put it back on. But whatever. All right, so let's get out the screwdriver. I think it's this one. Boom. First try. Not bad. Oh, I'm going to lose them if I put them there. I'm never going to see them. Oh, man, it fell down. Come on. Why you got to do that with your inspection pass? What I keep doing is I keep trying to tighten them. They're not very tight to begin with, so... And I guess, too, this one probably has some of those plastic pieces in here to actually hold it together. Usually the cheaper ones do a little bit better with that. This one isn't extremely cheap either. They're usually about 60 bucks on AliExpress right now. And it is a newer device, which I think this is a clone of a 405V. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, these are stuck together. Let's get a smudging tool. Well, I guess I should have looked. Where's a good spot to do this from? Well, we might as well take the memory card out too. God, just ahead of myself today. I never like opening these things with the memory card in, because sometimes the memory card slot is where the seal actually is. There isn't a good lip on here, is there? Well, guess we'll find out. There we go. Alright, here we go. So let's take a look and see what we got going on here. So the battery is a 4,000 milliamp battery, so that's good. So that was right. That was on the box. Let's see what else we got going on here. We do have an RK3566 chip. See if I can make this. I don't even know how to make this balance, but we're going to try. Hold, please. Let me lift. Can I get it in focus? Apparently not. You might have to take my word for it, but it does say... You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a picture for you, and I'm going to put it on this listing. I'm going to put it on this. Oh, look, you can see it through my picture better. Look at that. Here. You want me to prove it to you? Look. There it is. 3566. Hold, please. I got a child to take care of. I think she's back to sleep, but she lost her duck. So here's your proof. It is an RK3566 chip. You are seeing that in the video because that's why. Because you can't really see much down here. What else do we got going on here? Nothing really that interesting. Obviously, your micro switches, these are for your back buttons. Actually, those feel pretty good too, so that's pretty nice. There's not a lot else to see. I guess we could pull the board off and take a look. Let me grab some pliers. Did it work? Did it pop? Did it pop? Yep, it did. Okay. Look at the screen. It's not even taped down all the way. Hey, let's get the tape on, guys. Oh, we lost our nook again. Hold on. All right, moving right along. Watch, I'll get this thing started up and it won't work after all this because I fucking forget to plug something in. That would be something that I would do. All right, let's take a look and see what... Oh my goodness. What is going on? Why is it so heavy? It's still stuck by a... Oh, there we go. Still stuck by that cable. Here, we'll take some more pictures for you. Looks like this board was manufactured on 1/14/2024. So 15 days ago, this board was manufactured, and I already have it. So they built this when I ordered it, which is kind of insane. Here are... Oh, these are not good membranes, and this is why. So we do have a central pivot on here, but this is why it feels the way that it does. They're sitting on these points right here. Okay, well... We do have a single speaker. This is our speaker right here. It actually looks pretty much like the Mio Mini speaker. It might be a little bit bigger, but pretty close. That's about all that you can see inside of here. So the bummer about these is they're soldered in. These joysticks, which I have an entire box full of Hall Effect joysticks from GuiltyKit right now. And I would love to be motivated enough to put some joysticks in here for kicks and giggles. I'd have to be pretty motivated to desolder the joysticks that are in here right now. That gives you an idea of what's in here. So I was trying to read on here for our memory and stuff, but I will put some answers up if I can find them. These are not ones that I'm familiar with, so I don't know what they are. It's kind of weird because usually when we do these retro handsets, they're pretty much, you know, a couple of different chipsets here, but these are not ones I've seen before. Or maybe I just... I'm not remembering. Oh, that stupid power button. That thing is so weird. It's actually stuck to this. Huh. Anyways, we will put this back together, and then we will take a look at the device. All right, let's take a look. Now for the moment of truth. Power button. Boom. Huh, it looks like I put it back together right. We're only going to go over a couple of games here because we've done a lot of 3566 rock chips on this channel. So, volume's a little loud. Oh boy. So we got Gods of War on here. That seems pretty ambitious. But sure, why not? We'll give it a shot. I hate doing Gods of War. But you know what? This is for all you that always tell me I never do it. And for all you that say that we do it too often, I'm going to apologize in advance because I don't like it either. The screen actually looks pretty good. It gets a little bit of glare here with the lights, but it's not too bad. I actually only have it turned at like 40 or 50% right now, so boy, I haven't played this in a while. This could get interesting. Yep, that's what I thought was going to happen. Oh, whoops. That guy got eaten. Well, that didn't give us a whole lot of gameplay, did it? Seems like it's a little slow, but it doesn't seem like it's terrible. And I can only assume, yeah, we don't get the option to make any changes here. I mean, this isn't the worst device I've played God of War on, to be fair. And actually, my 405V is one of my favorite devices to play God of War on, so there's that. Oh, come on. Oh, man, he gave back a bunch of his life because I fucking missed the X. How did I miss the X button of all buttons? And that's how you do that. So yeah, it seems like it's a little slow, but it actually works pretty well. I'm kind of surprised. You know what's going to probably really struggle on here, though, is N64, which it shouldn't. The problem with the RK566 is the inconsistency when you play games. So we should get some PSP on here, probably more minis than anything else. We should get some N64, which typically is the Mario games, not always. That's really dependent on the rest of the device as far as the RAM and everything goes. Because a lot of these devices, you would think that processor would be enough, but it's really just the RAM pushing everything through. Now, we do have 4 gigs of RAM in here, which is plenty, I think, as far as playing up to, you know, N64 probably. That doesn't mean that all the N64 games are going to play. The other problem is we don't have an option to change emulators. And so we're at the mercy of whatever emulator is set up on here. So my guess is there's probably no Mario games on N64. There's probably no Cruis'n USA either, but those would be the games I'd probably try on there just to see. Let's go take a look. I got detoured on my way to N64. I want to see if there's any screen tearing, and this game usually tells me if there is any or not. It's running okay. Not the best I've played, but not the worst. Yeah, this is doable. I could rock this. Even the crappy Joy-Con isn't really that bad on here. Oh, wow. That was my fault. One little crash in this game and you're out for the whole round. Meh. All right, we'll move on to N64 now. Sorry, I just wanted to see if I would get any screen tearing on here. So it's not the world's biggest N64 library here. I mean, it looks big until you realize it just turns around and goes back up again. But we do have some Mario games on here, which is kind of surprising. So this company can't be too tied in, otherwise those wouldn't be on here. Oh, rally, it's not going to work on here. Ridge Racer, should we give that a shot? Oh, this is already choppy, but sometimes this game takes about 10-20 seconds and then it goes to normal. So like the first time you play it, it's like it needs all the shaders and stuff to load, and then it'll take off. This one doesn't apparently have a button set though for changing my view, which should have been that button. This is fine until you do a spin out and then you're screwed, or you get stuck on a wall and you can't tell. Yeah, the shaders are caught up now, and the audio just sounds terrible. It's running at about half speed, which would be fine if it was like a frame skip thing, but it's not even a frame skip unless the audio's not frame skipping. Wow, that's a pretty good jump. Okay, so that's going to be unplayable. Let's move on. So just because they included it, we are going to play some Cruis'n USA. And I don't think it's going to play on here, but you know what? I've been proven wrong before. It's not sounding good so far, though. We'll give this one the shader option as well. We'll let it roll for a couple seconds here and see what happens. But I'm pretty sure this is going to be unplayable. I honestly, this has been playing on a lot of the 3566 lately. I think that there's a software issue here, just with the way things are playing, more than a hardware issue. It seems that it has the correct hardware for this. What is going on here? Okay. It seems that it has the correct hardware. It just doesn't have software that can make it work. If you want to win, this is the way to do it, because everybody else is moving slow too. I was going to say so you don't run into anything, but then I turned around and ran into something, so that was dumb. Oh yeah, no, she's super slow. Okay. Well, I wouldn't recommend this for N64, that's for sure. Looked like PSP worked out all right. You know, really on this, what are you going to play? Game Boy Advance and probably PSP. Seems like kind of a big device for that, but that would kind of, you know, aspect ratio wise and things, that might be what you'd mostly want to play on here. You got all the right buttons for it too, which is good. And you know, Game Boy Advance, you got some extras. The D-pad is, it's okay. It's really soft. So it's got really good elastic to it. So it bounces back really quick, but it is super, super not very accurate and very soft. Easy fix though, that would just be a membrane. When we looked at that, that wasn't very good membrane. So I think I'm done with this for the night though, and I'll play around with it. I think we can fix some things if we can get access to the back end on this. Because right now we don't have any access to RetroArch or anything like that. I know there's only a couple of games, but I really didn't want to spend the whole day testing games. I really just wanted to prove what was inside of the hardware on this, just because hopefully maybe it'll get some community support. Right now it's not getting a whole lot of love. It seems to me that this is a device where somebody got a bid lot on a whole bunch of 16:9, 4.3 inch screens and decided to build a device around it. It is very similar to the 405V. I can't see how you would make a handset this big though without the butt. And I think I brought that up in my review video of the 405V. If I didn't, let me know. This is an interesting setup with these joysticks for this device, just because it is so kind of wonky to hold on to. But I think that they might have made the right call, because most of the games you're going to play on this chip are going to be using the face buttons anyway. So they're not really going to be using the joypad unless you're me. I usually remap my PSP controls to use this Joy-Con down here, but you can't do any remapping on here. So I guess that's not going to be a problem. I think it would be pretty easy though if somebody just wanted to drop a system file in here. I think it'll open it up if you can find the original system file for the operating system that's on here, which is exactly what I'm going to do when we're done doing this video. And see if we can't make this the dream machine that it possibly could be someday. Yes, sir. It's actually not bad. It's really comfortable. And I'll be honest, these shoulder buttons kick the crap out of the ones on the 405V. The ones on the 405V, your dog can fart and it hits the buttons. Here, they're very sensitive, but they still take a little bit of effort to hit, and I didn't accidentally hit the buttons once while I was playing. Unlike the 405V, where telepathy hits the L1 and L2 buttons for you. But I'd love to know what you guys think about this device. It's a little bit limited, just with the 16:9 screen. Doesn't seem to make much sense for retro gaming. But, you know, let me know what you think down in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to rate and subscribe. Share this video with your friends because sharing helps grow the channel. And my wife says I'm more of a grower than a shower, so hey, I could use all the help that I could get. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Hey, thanks for sticking around to the end. If you haven't already, there's a subscribe button. It's just floating around. You don't have to hit it, but it'd be great if you did, just because then it makes me feel cool about myself. Also, there's a couple videos over here that YouTube thinks that you're going to like, so you might want to check those out. The website, I don't know, I think I'm just going to start it all over again. So maybe we'll just have a landing page for a while that you guys can go to as we add stuff. It is retrospect.gg, and right now it just says coming soon. I don't know, maybe one of these days I'll make it live. I'm out. Bye.